the Nintendo GameCube. Now, it's another one that I don't have a massive collection on. I also traded the games along with the console. So the console's gone. I've got the Nintendo Wii though, so the Nintendo Wii can play GameCube games. So I haven't actually actively sourced the GameCube. I know a few places that I'm able to pick one up if I want to go get one. So the games that I kept with this was the same thing, and I'm actually glad I did, because one of which is worth a bloody fortune now. I came across it and gone, holy crap, this is worth a fortune. And that is Super Smash Brothers. This was literally the one and only reason that I got a Nintendo GameCube, is I love this game. And I recently just got a Nintendo GameCube controller, and I've still got my memory card to work with the Wii, so I can play Nintendo GameCube games on my Wii. It's that sounds so dirty. Oh, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna definitely play this. I love playing Super Smash Brothers. Lost hours on it. Another one that I quite enjoyed. I played it a little bit, not massively got into it. I got to a point where I couldn't continue. I probably could, but I think I ran out of resources and couldn't do anything. And that was Pikmin. Pikmin is actually a pretty good game. Oh, I didn't mind it. If you're looking at playing a quirky, weird game, definitely Pikmin is one of the games to play. You can lose many hours on Pikmin. Another one, Sonic Adventure. This is a really good game, and there's one level. Now, I don't know the characters. I know there's Sonic, and then there's that other Sonic. He's got a different name. Don't shoot me! But I love the level where you turn into like Super Saiyan Sonic and you just go crazy. I love that level. I think it's like the last level, to be honest, where you fly through space, and I just kept replaying that level over and over. That's the whole reason I got this game. Quite enjoyed it. My friend had it and went over his place and played it. It made me buy a Nintendo GameCube and the game. I loved it. And the last one was Pokemon Colosseum. I think it is. Yep, it is. Pokemon Colosseum. I quite enjoyed this game. I'm pretty sure it was one thing, I think you could connect your Game Boy Advance to it. Is that how it worked? There was something with this game that you could do, and you could actually battle and transfer, I think, your Pokemon off the Game Boy Advance game to this. I don't know. But yeah, this was another really good game. I don't mind the Pokemon series, and I do have a few Pokemon games. Game Boy Advance ones and everything are all gone now. I did have them. Don't know where they've gone. I had Ruby. I had like all the original ones. They may still be floating around, but I haven't seemed to have found them. That is the Nintendo GameCube. Moving on, we have got obviously the Nintendo Wii. Now, Nintendo Wii is a console that I haven't played a massive amount on. I got it and played Wii Sports because I went over to a friend's place. The Nintendo Wii was new. I think we got the PS3 and Xbox 360. I definitely went the Xbox 360. And the PlayStation 3, the Nintendo Wii they had. And I thoroughly enjoyed playing Wii Sports and stuff. Almost had the controller fly off my hand and smash the TV, but it was all good, right? It was all good. No one died. Although we did have a few close calls, I'm not gonna lie. But on the Nintendo Wii, I had to get Spyro, so I got the Spyro game. Haven't even played it. From the back, it actually looks quite good, so I'm gonna have to play this. But it was just because it was Spyro. I quite like the Spyro series, as you've seen, so I had to pick this one up. And of course, Wii Sports. I played the living shit out of this game, man. I actually pulled my shoulder. I did my rotor cuff playing this. Baseball injury while playing virtual baseball. Go figure. Yeah, Wii Sports. Everyone knows about it. Quite like it. And again, with the SmackDown vs. Raw. I'm pretty sure this was my brother. Him and his friend used to play this a lot, so they had it on the PS2 and the Wii. So if I was on the PS2, they'd play it on the Wii, and if I was on the Wii, they'd play it on the PS2. So I think that's what it was. And the last one is The Sims. The Sims 2 Pets. Haven't actually played it. I'm pretty sure this is like a dulled down version of the normal Sims. Don't count me on it. But on The Sims, I like building a nice family home, and then you become really successful, and then you start killing each other. That's pretty much what I do on The Sims. I'm a very morbid person when it comes to virtual reality. So I'll stop playing The Sims. So that's the Nintendo Wii games. We'll get on to the handheld consoles, and I've got a few little gems with the handheld consoles, because like I said, I don't like letting go of too much stuff. So we'll start off with the handheld consoles and a few interesting stories with them. First one is my PSP. I got this case when I got the PSP because it has normally that little sock thing. But here's my PlayStation, my little PSP. I've got the chargers and stuff somewhere around here for it, but the PlayStation Portable, man, was something that I loved. I remember seeing it the first time I ever saw it, and it was just, I think it was a prototype sort of idea back then, but it was in a magazine as a joke. It didn't say PlayStation on it, it said nothing on it. Actually no, it did. It had PlayStation on it. It was in this magazine, read about it, they said there's going to be a portable PlayStation console, and I'm just like, holy crap, you for real? Like, the graphics were leaps and bounds ahead of the Game Boys and all that sort of stuff, and still I think the Nintendo 3DS is still sort of catching up to the PlayStation Portable. Like, the PlayStation Portable was it is a very powerful little handheld unit, like, for what it is. Now you have the iPhones and Androids and Samsungs and stuff, so they pretty much did away with these, but it's still a very good thing. Like, look at the size of the screen. It's pretty much probably on par with my iPhone when you turn it on its side, but I remember seeing the screen, it was like, wow, and it was like a mini PlayStation 3 in your hand, and it's really good. What game have I got in there? I've got V8 Supercars in there. Little UMDs, like UMDs, and they didn't really take off, did they? Like the UMD movies and stuff. But man, I played the living hell out of this thing. It used to be my go-to device whenever we went anywhere. Trying to pocket the thing was annoying because it was so bloody big, but definitely a good device. One game I played the living hell out of was NBA Live 06. As you can tell, it's actually got no plastic on it. It fell out. It cracked and fell out. It got that hot. I think it's not in here. It actually cracked and fell out. So, PSP, quite like that. So, my PlayStation Portable games. I've got a little collection. Surprisingly, I got more of a collection than my Xbox One games and my PlayStation 3. But this is my PSP collection. I thoroughly enjoyed most of these games. They are very good games for what they are. PSP games, I think, are getting a lot harder to find now. I don't see them really anywhere. I may see them occasionally at like a secondhand store, or maybe game retailers are selling old games and they're just on a table, and you'll see some PSP games. But I'll go through these. Twisted Metal is one that I played, thoroughly enjoyed it. It's like Demolition Derby, like smash them up with different features and stuff, so that was alright. Pursuit Force, that looked pretty interesting. Quite enjoyed it. I didn't get too into it though. I was playing other games at the time, but that was definitely a good one. Mercury. Now, this was advertised on the PSP like it was one of the games that was really pushed when the PSP came out. Interesting game. It's an interesting puzzle game, and it's well worth a try. I enjoyed it at the time. I didn't play it for too long, and it is like 2-player and stuff, but Mercury's a good one to look at. Burnout Legends. Had to get this. I'm pretty sure it has all the modes of the other Burnouts, and I think it has Crash mode. Metal Jesus actually spoke about this game, and I remember it had, Crash mode. It has it. It's on the back. Crash mode, along with some other stuff. So that was like revolutionary back in the day, man. Like, playing that was like, holy crap, they fitted all this into like a little portable device. Another one I got was Midnight Club. I think I paid probably too much money for it, but that was all pretty good. NBA Live 06 you guys have already seen. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. So that was another good one. I played it for a bit. I didn't play it as much as what I did the console versions because I preferred, if I had the chance of getting on the console, playing the console, I'd play that over the PSP. But this was one of the ones where, you know, you'd play late at night, just turn all the lights off, have the console, your headphones in, and yeah, it was really good. V8 Supercars 2, another good one. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, the graphics were like PlayStation 1 graphics for a little portable device, so very good game. I still play that occasionally. And Need for Speed Most Wanted, I couldn't go past this. This actually frustrates the hell out of me, man. I can only play it for a small amount of time before I rage. And I can't throw anything because if I throw anything, it's actually the device itself. So I rage pretty hard on this game, so I don't play it that much, but I've got it for my collection. So that's pretty much the PlayStation portable games. The next little portable device I have, and I got it, we were away, and I ended up picking it up because the new Pokemon game had just come out, and I thought, hell, I want to play it. I picked it up, so I got the Mario one. With the DS, I also got Mario, that was a part of the package, and I also got this one thrown in as well because it was a package that you could pick another game. So it was Mario guaranteed, but you got like 50% off another game, so I picked Soul Silver. My Nintendo DS Lite. Now this isn't my 3DS, this isn't a 3DS or anything, this is actually my only Game Boy sort of thing that I've got now. So I had the SP, I had the Color, I had the Advanced, like the Half Moon sort of advanced, and I just kept with this one because you can play advanced games in the bottom, and you know, this is like a blank off little plug thing, and you can also play your DS ones, which is that Soul Silver, one of my games that I play. I have a real funny story about this, right? I got this back in 2009, this Nintendo DS. I charged the battery once. Right, charged the battery once. I have not charged it again. Now I'm not bullshitting you guys, I've not charged this again. I played it a couple of times when I was away that year. Other than that, I put it down, never touched it again. Never charged it again, and I actually checked it for this video because I thought, does it actually fire up? Without a word of a lie, this battery has not been charged since. Like, how is that for a Nintendo battery life? Like, holy shit. This thing has been in my drawer for years. Has not been turned on, nothing. I go in there just to see if it turns on. Now, 90% of the time they don't turn on. My PSP doesn't turn on. All my old Game Boys back in the day, they didn't turn on. This thing fired straight up. It's been years since this thing's been connected to a charger. Years. I was telling someone about it because they didn't believe me. And now there's actually no way to prove this to you guys because I did not film every single day that's been in the drawer. It would have been a very long drawn out video, and let's just say it would have been pretty dark, pretty cold, you would have got lonely, and yeah. But yeah, I have only charged this thing once, and that is it. So if you want to test it out for yourself, and it's going to be a long drawn out test, but if you actually want to test it out for yourself, brand new Nintendo DS, only play it once, charge it once to full charge, play it once, and that is it. Leave it. And if it turns on, it's got an awesome battery in it like what this one is. That's insane. On to my next handheld device. Now this is a bit of a hidden gem. This is one that I forgot that I had. And it wasn't until Metal Jesus did a video on this particular handheld device that I've gone, I've got that. And then I found out how rare they were. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm not letting go. This one works, it plays games, everything. It turns on, it works, plays games. Something that I got a long time ago, long time ago, and it was a bit of a two-part bundle. Now I got this with a Xbox original. So if you got this, you got a, so if you went and got a contract, you then got the choice of a console, and at the time it was their PS2 or the Xbox like original. I chose the Xbox, so I got the Xbox and this device, so let's go get it. What device am I talking about? This one, the N-Gage. the Nokia N-Gage. The one that was so awkward. They call it the taco phone, the one so awkward to hold up to your head. Now this is the original. This is actually the original N-Gage. They did a revised version of this. I didn't know at the time, I just bought this. Awesome thing to take around and play games on. Like, I used it, I had two phones at the time. I had my normal phone, which was just an old Nokia that I used to make phone calls, and this one, which was like my little Game Boy. Now with the games, I have Sims in the back of it. The Sims game was pretty fun. I quite enjoyed the Sims game. I also have 3 other games with it. So I have MotoGP, which I didn't really play the MotoGP on it. I think there's Max Biaggi on the front. But MotoGP, I didn't really play that too much, to be honest with you. Rayman 3, which I played that a fair bit. And obviously the Sims busting out. So I think you start off with a farm and all that sort of stuff. It's a little bit different to the other Sims games, but it was really good. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed playing some N-Gage games, and as you can see, it works. So how am I going to do this? You got the Sims down there. It actually works. So in order to actually play this, you needed to have a contract and a working sim. So a lot of game collectors sought after the N-Gage, but they can't actually get them to work because they don't have the SIM card to go in it. I held on to my SIM card to play this. The SIM card can't make phone calls or anything, but it can still activate this to play the game. So I think it's pretty awesome. Haven't really played it since. Sim's busting out, it's firing up. So I quite like the little N-Gage. I lost lots of time on this. I could see where Nokia wanted to go with it. There was a few like downfalls with the N-Gage. You know, just making phone calls on it was just like it was ridiculous. Come on, but playing games on it, man, it was pretty good. They went like the style of the Game Boy Advance sort of thing. So the other thing they did have a bit of a problem with was the games. You had to pull the battery out and then pull the game out. That was a bit of a pain, man. That was honestly a bit of a pain. So, and that just like clips in. Now, onto the consoles. I have a fair few consoles. So first off, I got my Nintendo Wii with a controller that I actually picked up recently to play my games. I also have the GameCube memory card to play my GameCube games. Moving across, we have the Xbox 360 Elite. I had multiple Xbox 360 consoles. I had the original one, the white one, with the 60GB hard drive, I think it was. That got the red ring of death. That got sent off to Microsoft. They sent me another one. That one got the red ring of death, so I got this one. I then got an arcade as well. The arcade is, I gave that to a friend and they still use it. But I've got the Elite here. Still pretty good console, and I'm pretty sure this one has, let's have a look, I'm actually fairly sure this one has HDMI, that's why I got it. Yep, has HDMI down the bottom. That's why I got it, because my TV at the time moved to HDMI. One issue I had with it, that broke, obviously. It doesn't spring back as much as what it used to. Still turns on, mechanical buttons, disk drive, there could be a game in there, I don't know. That's just a Foxtel unit, just ignore that. PlayStation memory card as well. Moving down, right here we have my Xbox One. It is a monster, it is huge. Touch sensitive, you know, most of you guys know the Xbox One. Moving over, we have the PlayStation 3 Fatty, so also known as the one that looks like a building, also known as the one with the Spider-Man text, but it is the original one. This one can play, because it's got the 4 USB ports down here. It can actually play PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 games. It is an awesome system. It is loud as hell, I'll tell you that, and it's also got the cards here as well, so you can connect your like PSP memory card in there. I think it goes in that one. You got your mini SD and SD cards go in there, and CF cards. Moving over, we have the PlayStation 4. That is my latest PlayStation edition. It's the 1 terabyte. It's not the most newest one. It's not the Pro or anything along those lines. It's not the revised. It is actually the original shape, original color. But no, I think it's the matte. It is. It's the matte. It's not the original color. It's the matte. 1 terabyte. Above we have the Xbox 360 Slim. Now, the Xbox 360 had so many variants that came out that it was to keep up with them all. It was crazy. They brought out all like the custom ones, the Star Wars ones, the Halo ones, the Gears of War ones. Like it just went on, you know, with all the different consoles and stuff. So that is another one there. So this pretty much concludes all my consoles, guys. All my games and my consoles. This may be actually a multiple part video because it is huge, it is massive. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to actually see me playing in these games, let me know, because I've just got that many that I just jump between the games. I do enjoy playing them. At the moment, I like playing the retro sort of games, so I've been playing a few retro games. I'm going to fire up the Nintendo Wii, play some Super Smash Brothers with my new GameCube controller. Yeah! So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm pleased I found this, my GameCube memory card. So this isn't how I have it all set up all the time, guys. I've actually pulled these consoles out of storage, most of them. The ones that are down the bottom, they're normally set up there because they're my regular consoles. But the Elite and the Nintendo Wii, they have both been pulled out of storage because I just had nowhere to put them. Plain and simple. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, give it a huge thumbs up. Go ham on it. Smash that thumbs up button. It really means a lot to me. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff where I talk about the gaming consoles, I know it's a little bit different, but I did have a few recommendations for this video, so I thought, hey, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it! Go blast through the past and show you some of my games. There's probably more that I haven't even shown you. This is only what I could find. Also, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the comment section. Or if you want to talk about some of your favourite games or some of your favourite consoles, if you grew up with a certain console and you were really proud of it, feel free to shoot it in the comment section. I may do other ones on how I started gaming, stuff like that. So this may be a new thing. Who knows? If you guys want it, I'll sure give it to you. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button, guys. It keeps you up to date with all my latest content. If you love my ugly face all the time in front of you, smack that subscribe button. And if you really like it, you can smash that bell icon as well. It will keep you up to date with everything. It also sends you notifications. You become a part of my notification squad. And as soon as that new controller drops, it gets sent to you straight away. Not really. I'm not saying that a controller gets sent to you guys. It was a metaphor, form of speech. No? Yeah, let's move on. Anyway, guys, until next time, peace.